Talk Radio. You know, Leanne, this hour is just flying by.
I know, always.
Our conversations are always too short, you know.
I know.
We need a 2 or 3 hour show here.
I know, I agree.
That'd be something to manifest, actually.
I know.
I like that.
That would be great.
Okay, that sounds good, Betty. So anyway, you were talking about the importance of color as it relates to flow state.
Yes.
And I'm both confused and fascinated by that.
Okay. Okay. So the thing that I integrate in my creative flow workshops and training sessions, we're using color as a catalyst for getting into flow state. So all of the research that I found, and I was doing this spontaneously, but now there's all this supporting research that we actually use color. Our bodies use different color frequencies or wavelengths, depending on which term you want to use, to elicit different healing responses. They affect different cellular structures. So we can actually use that energy, that color energy, which is found in sunlight. So we evolved to live under sunlight, which has all the spectral colors in it. So you can use that color energy for inducing flow. And I discovered that spontaneously when I started painting, because those very first flow paintings, and ever since then, I just thought, well, what would it be like if I just, I'm really drawn to this indigo right now. I'm just going to mix up some of this indigo, and I'm like mixing it and staring at it, and I'm like putting in some red and making like it more violet, and I'm like, wow, I'm just like, my eyes are just can't get, it's like eye candy for my eyes. And by staring at this color that I needed, clearly, I just got into flow state. It catapulted me into flow state. And that's what I found is like every single time, if I use the colors or I surround myself with the color energies that I need, like in my office, I have, I use different coffee cups on different days, depending on what color energy I'm needing that day. You can have things in your environment that bring in color that help get you into flow state. There's all sorts of ways that people can bring color into their environment. Instead of having drab gray cubicle walls or wherever you happen to work, I mean, if you in your writing space, if you put up color or have different color swatches on the wall or change your coffee cup, depending on what you're craving that particular day, that literally will help you get into flow state.
It's funny for me when I think about this because I have a tendency to dress with some bright color on me. But in terms of my home environment, they're muted colors. So it's like what I'm looking at and what I'm wearing are two different kinds of colors.
Yeah, well, that's very common. Having certain colors in your home will often be very different from what you put on your physical body, because what you wear on your body is kind of like how you want to project yourself out to the world. You may not, like, I love the color red. I don't wear it very often, though, because red is a very high energy color, and it's also very much an attention-getting color. And I'm kind of an introvert, so I don't necessarily want to be attracting a lot of energy when I'm out, but I love having red in my home. So does that make sense? So whatever you want to project outwards, and maybe like I'm feeling like I want to wear blue today, this is making me feel really good, and that's how I want to project myself out to the world. Other days I will wear red. I'm like feeling supercharged, and I want to like just talk to a whole bunch of people. So the muted colors in your home, did you choose those, or did they?
I did.
Okay.
I did. They're blue-green, green blues, and I've also got like dusty, deep purple.
Okay, so you are kind of going with the more sedating, calming colors in your home environment. Do you work from home? I mean, besides when you're doing...
Well, I do sessions out of the home, and then I do writing and things relating to my workshop preparation from my home. So it's sort of a mix.
Okay, and what do you tend to wear on your body? What colors?
Oh, gosh. Purple, royal blue, teal.
Okay, so you're
still... And black.
Okay, yeah, well, black is a different thing. We can talk about that if we have time. But so you're still drawn to those more. They're still lower energy colors as far as not sedating. They calm you down. They keep your energy at an even keel. So you're still wearing them on your body, but you're wearing a higher, like more concentrated version of them than in your home.
Yes, and less light for pure color.
Pure colors. So in your home, you're kind of got a mix of like maybe some earth tones in there, so they become a little bit. Okay. So that, anytime you're mixing in like browns with the colors so they become a little bit earthier shade or like a softer shade, that's the grounding. It will give you more groundedness. So
oh, I need that.
yeah, so you may, that may be,
the ethers, yes.
yeah, so I mean, and violet and indigo are colors that naturally bring up your vibration because they correspond in the chakra system to the third eye and the crown chakra. And both of those are like tapping into intuition, and violet is like visionary state, so you're in this expanded state of consciousness. So if you're mixing in some brown, it's going to balance that and kind of like bring you back down to earth, so your feet aren't floating above the clouds, because so that would be that left brain, okay, I'm going to stay grounded and rooted, but I'm still going to have this spiritual, ethereal kind of experience.
Exactly. So, this hour is ending far too quickly. I know you've got a wealth of information on your website.
I do.
Can you share again about the one that has information about color and flow?
Yes, that's catalyticcolor.com. catalyticcolor.com. If people Google my name, it will inevitably come up. Like if they just type in Leanne Venier color expert, or that, it'll show up in the list. So, but it's all about catalyzing color, using color for catalyzing healing, flow states, optimal satisfaction in life, productivity. I didn't get a chance to talk about, there's a McKinsey study, they did a 10-year study on top executives where they found that people that operate in flow state are 500% more productive. You get 500% more stuff done.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact.
And it's not about the time. It's actually about the quality of what's coming through.
Exactly, yes. It's the end result. So you get there so much faster. You could take 4 days of the week off and work one day and get a full week's worth of work done.
Wow. That's great. Leanne, I've always enjoyed having you on the show. And
Thank you, me too.
I'm really fascinated by all the work you're doing. Thanks again for joining us here today.
Thank you, Christine. I loved it. It was great.
Great. And again, it's LeanneVenier.com and Catalytic Color?
Yes, catalyticcolor.com.
Catalyticcolor.com. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us here today. It's always a pleasure talking to you wherever you are in the world. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks so much.